It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Welcome to the midweek chat, everybody. It's your boy Ruck in the building. I got a lot of guys with me tonight, but we want to set the record straight. There's a lot of outside media outlets. There are a lot of insiders within the program, and a lot of people have contradicting thoughts on what it's going to take for Tennessee to win on Saturday. The unanimous thought is that Tennessee is going to blow this thing out of the water. But I and the boys want to talk about why we believe Joey Aguilar doesn't need to be perfect for us to catch a W on Saturday. We also have pump the brakes, hit the gas. We got college football pick'ems tonight. We got a night in store, and I got 4 of them with me tonight. So you already know what it is, man. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. Welcome to the midweek chat, man. Let's fire it up. Let's get it lit on a Wednesday. Y'all, 3 days? Oh, my God. 3 days? Count them on your finger. 1, 2, 3. We got 3 days left, and it's go time in Atlanta, Georgia. What that boy say? ATL, Georgia, what do we do for you? Y'all already know what it is, man. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. Welcome to the midweek chat. Let's get it.
Tennessee's the program to keep an eye on. If you want to know which program that's not currently at the head table of college football, it's Tennessee.
Now Meshack's got to go. A fire! Fire wins it! July Meshack wins it! He needs a strike. Burton needs a bolt. Swing and a miss! And for the first time, Rocky Top reaches the mountaintop of college baseball.
What is good, everybody? Welcome to the midweek chat. It's your boy Ruck in the building, joined by my guys Sale, Dylan, and C2. Y'all know what to do, though. It's the top of the show. Like, comment, subscribe, and join the channel. Simple. You see in the top right of our screen, like and subscribe. The only thing that's missing is join. All you got to do is join the channel, man. $2. What are you spending $2 on? Stop putting butter on your popcorn. Just get the regular, right? But you can get that here. You can get that here. And everybody shaking their head. No, we ain't gonna stop. Yeah, that's because y'all all big backs. That's why.
I'm at the point where I'm asking for the container so I could put popcorn in it so I could put extra butter.
There you go. Layer it.
Yep.
That's facts.
Man, y'all, it's been a great week so far, man. I think viewership everywhere. I mean, if you talk in Tennessee football, everything is soaring. But for us, man, things are going very well. It's been great having all the boys back. Sale, nice to see you, my dog. It's been about 2 months. You know, he went on a hiatus because that orange ball wasn't bouncing, so Sale wasn't talking.
That's
but
right.
now we excited because we're just 3 days away from kickoff. Sale, it's been a minute since we've talked. Let's open it up like this. What's making you kind of, I don't want to say necessarily anxious, but like, why does this year feel so different?
I'm not anxious. It's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just a lot of unknowns. So some people would be anxious about that, but for me, I guess that makes me excited. You know, it's weird though. I think I texted the group the other day. I was like, this might be the least excited I've been leading up to kickoff. Mm-hmm. But I know when that college game day come on Saturday morning, it'll kick up real quick.
I think tomorrow night when Boise and USF play, like I'm going to be up. Like I just something about, you know, and it's in the chat right here from Church Disrupted. They say, and we have real football tomorrow as an appetizer. Yes, like I can't wait, bro, because it's like when you get to that Thursday night, you're like, oh, we made it, right? And then you get SEC Nation on Saturday, game day. You get all of the goods. I mean, this is Lee Corso's last game day. Like you can imagine how emotional and kind of just sad but there's going to be a lot of excitement, but a lot of emotional and like sadness things going on with college game day. So I'm interested to see the flow of game day. Like, how do they do with the ebbs and flows of the emotions of it being Corso's last time versus like the magnitude of the game that they're at, right? With Texas and Ohio State, which we'll pick later on in the show. But I mean, I feel like this is just a really good opportunity for I'm not going to talk about a player specifically, but I think it's a great opportunity for Heupel to silence the critics, because everybody's questioning why he got an extension at the time he did. But this is Danny White solidifying, like, guys, he's here to stay. Let's say we do go 7-5 this year. He's here to stay. But the thing is, I think it's a good opportunity for Heupel to make some noise and do something that nobody in the country is thinking he can do, which is go back to the playoff.
I think it also, the extension has to do with like the incredible recruiting class we're lined up for next year and probably the year after that, because a lot of these guys, they don't want to go to a place where the guy who recruited them might be gone, especially leading into their junior or senior year when it's money-making time as far as the NFL is concerned. They want to know that guy is going to be there in that critical year most of all. So you look at extending him from 2029 to 2030. That means anybody who either redshirts next year and goes to the NFL as a redshirt junior or goes as a senior from this next recruiting class, he's going to be here all 4 years. That's a big deal.
Have y'all heard the rumblings about that getting pushed back because of like not back as far as to senior year, but like I guess I should say being pushed up, like that sophomores are going to be able to leave because people are explaining like why does Jeremiah Smith have to stay till he's a junior? Like he could have went to the league last year, right? Like, what do y'all think about that piece of it?
I mean, how often do we say that though in college football?
We don't a lot.
So
it's not like hoop where like you can at least be league ready because you can score the ball. But then there's also that piece where they have to learn how to develop. And I think that's why NBA guys.
Your body's got to physically mature. I mean, you're going against grown men in the league.
Yeah. Yep. So let's see in the chat. Ian Pickett says this run game is about to go crazy too. Church disrupted. D Bish, Lewis, and Starr are going to surprise some people. That is a strong room. And I mean, y'all are talking about it now. Like, here's another one right here. Smith is the exception, not the rule. I'm a big fan of changing eligibility rules for exceptions.
I also think there's a lot more, and I could be wrong on this, so will correct me if I am. I feel like there's a lot more career-ending injuries in the NFL than there is in like the NBA.
Oh, for sure.
So you leave in sophomore year, you didn't even get close to finishing your degree or whatever it is. Say something happens, you have a career-ending injury your first year, your first season. What are you going to do with the rest of your life? Like, you were nowhere near finishing a degree or getting anything like that going for you.
It's I'm like in between. I'm like, I understand, but there's a part of me that's like, bruh, y'all need to stay in school and get a degree. Like, y'all can finish in 3 years. Most of y'all can if you apply yourselves and you stop just taking 12 hours. Like, lock in, because y'all in summer school. So like, you really could. So I mean, I'm interested to see what happens with that rule, if it does change, how it changes, when it changes, because right now, I mean, let's be real, bro. Jeremiah Smith is better than 50% of the receivers in the NFL right now.
Even if they change the rule, it's a matter of how many NFL teams are going to actually take a risk on somebody that early. Like, NBA is so potential based. NFL, you got to show a little bit more than that. And I don't know. And I understand the degree part, but there's players that go to the league all the time and they still get it as they're in the league. So
Jeff is on the same thing as you. Sally says the real question is, does the NFL want them? They may not want to deal with the youngins until they mature. 100%. I agree with that. 100%. So let's go here before we go into why Joey doesn't have to be perfect. If you guys have lived under a rock for the last, I guess, 8 hours today, Nico Iamaleava met with the media there in Southern California with UCLA after practice, and he said something that I don't really think he realized he said, or maybe he did say it and he knew exactly what he was doing. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, check this clip out.
Did you ever go to UCLA game growing up at the Rose Bowl?
Yeah, I went to a couple, man. I got to catch a couple games.
Any that stand out?
I wouldn't say so. When I was younger, I don't really have too many memories. The last game I did come to was the UCLA-Oregon game at the Rose Bowl last year. So that wasn't, a good memory for me. But, we're ready to go this year.
You mentioned
the last game I went to was the UCLA-Oregon game last year at the Rose Bowl. If y'all don't know this, UCLA and Oregon played the week before Tennessee played Arkansas. So during his bye week, he was in California watching the team he hoped wanted him, which was Oregon, play a team that was 20 minutes from his house, being the team that he's also the starter of right now. If y'all not seeing the correlation, let me go a little further. The rumor has it, and this is still a rumor, but there are some facts about this as well. So take this as you will. The coach that let Heupel know that Nico was fishing was Dan Lanning at Oregon. And Nico was at the Okay. Why is it, y'all? Let's just dive in on this for a second. Before the Arkansas game, we were on cloud 11, weren't we? We was up.
Mm-hmm.
We was up. We was like, man, like, dang, offense clicking, things look good. And then it was like, after Arkansas, did we not just continue to go like this?
For sure.
Can somebody other than me talk about what the actual bleep is going on here?
I would say too that our offense started to struggle in that Oklahoma game. Like we were never at risk of losing that game. I'm not saying that at all, but in the terms of like passing game, we didn't look great. I mean, he threw for under 200 yards and 1 touchdown in that game. And that was back-to-back weeks of him throwing for under 200 yards. Granted, part of that's we pulled him out of the Kent State game early. But to me, your first year as a starter, you have a bye week after your first conference game. You should be tearing into that tape, figuring out everything that you can do better, especially when you're getting ready to go to another road game. Like, yeah, I know there was a bye week in between, but back-to-back road games in the SEC, you should be figuring that out real quick. And I think we know why Dylan Sampson said we were lackadaisical in our preparation going into that Arkansas game now.
And the issue I have with this, y'all, is when I think about college football athletes and their bye weeks, typically they do go home.
Mm-hmm.
But they go into a high school game. They ain't going to no D1 college game, y'all. Are y'all serious?
Yeah, that's
like,
what I was about to ask.
That is very, very interesting to me. In the chat, my man Jeff says, we are questioning the decisions of a young quarterback who ran out of bounds to end the game at Arkansas. He has proven he doesn't make good decisions. Nico was about Nico, but whatever team he's on. Let's see. My man Chatsworth's 1979 said, wish the guy nothing but success in his life, but I'm glad he's in the rear view window.
So is this not going to be considered tampering?
Dylan, you awfully quiet tonight.
it's because I'm mad, bro. It just makes me so upset because you had heard stuff in the offseason like, okay, Nico ain't showing up for signings, Nico ain't showing up for photo ops, he ain't doing this or whatever. But you would think that that would kind of tamper down once we got into the season. And you could tell that Nico was on an upward trajectory heading into the Arkansas game. But once Arkansas hit and all the way through the season up until the probably the second half of Vanderbilt, he was seeing ghost. All season he was seeing ghost. And then he finally got a little bit of it back in the second half of Vandy, and then it just fell apart as soon as DSAM went down against Ohio State. So what are we doing? Are we playing football or are we playing celebrity? Make the decision.
Well, we see what he played. He played I'm out. And it for me, it's like, man, I hate to go back in the past, but now it makes you really wonder, like, why weren't things working? And it's like, dude, that's a major distraction because nobody else is going to no D1 college football game when you play for a university.
Now I want to know, like, was this man on the sidelines? Like, I got even more questions on, like, how was the setup, like the tickets, everything. How'd you get plugged in? I want to know those things too now.
Yeah, because it's like he can't hide at 6'6".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dude, what? Like, how? How did this happen? Look, he said, talking about Nico feels like talking about your ex-wife. I'm ready to talk about real football and put him in the rear view mirror. Hey, we have to talk about it because this might come back this may come back out somehow. Because then you got Joel Klatt slobbering on him today about oh my gosh, just talking about how Tennessee had their own propaganda and started this whole thing about Nico for themselves. And I'm like, this comes out shortly after you say that, Joel. So which story is real?
Bro, Joel Klatt will take any opportunity he can get to down anybody in the SEC.
Especially Tennessee. He hates Tennessee.
It don't matter who. He will go after anyone in the SEC so he can prop up his precious Big Ten conference. So anytime he can tear down the SEC, he's going to be all for it.
Man, I just thought it was interesting. I thought the timing of Joel Klatt saying that versus what just broke with Nico, that's just interesting. It's crazy. It is wild how that happens to me. But we can move on. I'm cool with moving on. If y'all good with moving on. There was a caller on the Josh and Swain show today that calls in and he's like, he wasn't a caller. He was a guy for Syracuse.com. He was a writer for Syracuse.com and basically said that Syracuse fans get angry when Tennessee fans use the orange emoji and said that we have burnt orange.
I don't know about that one.
If they needed us to get mad about anything, it's like, this game had no like juice to it at all. But you got your head coach, Fran Brown, talking about Tennessee wearing burnt orange. And then y'all mad about us using the orange. They said we are the big orange. They the little orange. Like the drama, man. It's like you can't give me anything else to get me excited.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Well, not only that, are y'all colorblind? Burnt orange.
Yeah, it's the perfect color orange. It's Pantone 151C. Perfect. It's perfect. Goodness gracious, man. Y'all, let's dive into some football, man. Let's talk about Joey Aguilar and why, obviously, I'm done talking about football as much as, like, obviously this is what we do. We're going to talk about football, but I'm so done with it because I'm ready to watch it. I'm ready to just see the product on the field. I'm ready to see a drag route for the first time since we saw Jalen Hyatt run a drag in 2022. Like, I'm ready to see a running back catch a screen since 2021 when Tyon Evans caught a screen against Florida and literally scored a freaking touchdown. Like, I'm ready to see some stuff happen. But Joey, to me, does not need to be perfect on Saturday for us to win by 3-4 touchdowns. I think Joey has to be the ultimate game manager all year long, and everything else will take care of itself. Dylan, when you think about the kind of aura that has surrounded Joey right now, as far as people talking about how great his character is, talking about how great his arm talent is, you have people that don't. You have national media people talking out the side of their neck about things they don't know, saying that he doesn't have a deep ball strength, when that's really his biggest strength, is it being on time and accurate downfield. But talk to the people on why you believe Joey Aguilar doesn't have to be perfect for Tennessee to win a lot of football games in 2025.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that play into that. One, I feel like our running backs are going to get there either way. But the second one is that we've added so much into the playbook that nobody has seen. So what is Syracuse really going to prepare for here? Because we're not running drags and comebacks like we've been running the past 2 years. We've got an experienced guy, and yeah, he might have bad stats, but he's in a system that made Hendon Hooker a fifth-round draft pick when he was about to go undrafted. Made Joe Milton the backup for the Cowboys when he had no business playing football, if we had any say in it. But Joey Aguilar does not have to be perfect. I said it last Monday. Steve Angeli has to win this game, but Joey Aguilar's just got to show up.
What you think, C2?
I mean, I think I was pretty clear on Monday that we could roll out a crash test dummy out there at quarterback against this defensive line for Syracuse. Our running backs are going to run all over them. I'm not worried about this game at all. I think Joey's going to have a good game, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he has to for us to win it. I think it's more important for him to have a good game in this game for confidence purposes and building chemistry with the receivers, so that 2 weeks after this game, he's got a bit more confidence when he's going up against the actual defense.
Sal, you got anything on why you might think?
I agree with C2. He said it spot on. I think honestly, I think it's going to be kind of like North Carolina State, not from last year, but when we played them back in the Tyler Bray day, that kind of feel for this game. I could see it being that way. So we'll see.
I just have this sneaky suspicion, because all you've heard about Joey is how calm and confident, like he's confident in himself. Obviously, to make some of the throws he's had to make over the last 2 years at App State, you have to have some type of confidence. But the thing is, y'all, man, he would have games, bro, where he's throwing the ball 47, 37, 42 times. Like, we will never put him in that position, right? And so, I mean, we're going to be able to run the ball. I'm looking for like a 225 type game on Saturday, like 225 on the ground. If we can get 225 on the ground and 225 in the air, bro, like we won by 5 touchdowns, easy. Like if Joey gives me even more than that, then I already know we flowing, right? Like I already know like things are way better than they have been. But there's still this unknown of like, well, what does the playbook look like? Like, we're excited about the wrinkles and the changes. We've seen some of it, and we know a little bit of them, some things that they've thrown in. But like, how much of an impact is it going to make? Well, obviously, Tennessee has been labeled the last few years as a 2-read offense. What that means is it's a half-field read. So if we're in the center of the field, you got 2 receivers on one side. Let's say you got a receiver on another side, and let's say you got a tight end in the backfield, like in an H-back kind of role. The 2 reads may be on your right side of the field, which means it's a half-field read. So this is why NFL scouts have been like, Tennessee only runs 2 routes. I think you're going to see a lot more than 2 routes this year, because now you got a guy that can process more than 2 routes. Even when Hendon was here, we had a lot of half field routes, but he sure did have a lot more open guys due to the scheme being so simple. And can I tell y'all something? Even with running half field scheme the last 2 years, were guys open?
Yeah.
What was the problem?
Couldn't hit him.
It's very simple. Joey's strength has been our weakness. If we connect on even the most simple things. Like, I don't feel like, y'all, we got to come out here against Syracuse and show them anything to beat them, bro. We can keep doing exactly what we did last 2 years and beat the brakes off of them if we're hitting people downfield. That is the key. But again, if you go and run the ball for 250, 300 yards, who cares? Joey could go get me 180, dude. I don't care. If we ran for 300, give me 180, bro, and I'm chilling.
Yeah, I think the 225 running is low. And again, no hate to the guy who transferred in for Syracuse, but if they were riding, even going into the offseason, so excited for a 3-star transfer from Marshall to come to their team, that's not going to cut it against a newly the new weight of D-Bish. It's not going to cut it against Star. It's definitely not going to cut it. You're not going to tackle Peyton Lewis with a 3-star from Marshall. At least not before he's drug him for a good 4 or 5 yards on 3rd and 1. Like it. And here's the other thing about it. Like the other reason I'm not worried about this game. Has the media been complimentary of our team at all?
Not really.
Nationally. Right. But they've still got the spread at 13.5. So that tells me how bad they think Syracuse is. If they've been dogging us all offseason and they've still got us as almost a 2-touchdown favorite over Syracuse with an over-under of 51.5, like that tells me all I need to know about Syracuse's defense, because they have zero faith in our quarterback media-wise.
Which back do you think gets the most touches, and which back do you think gets the most yards on Saturday?
Bish gets the most touches.
I agree.
I think
I'll say Star.
Too.
You think Star gets the most touches?
Gets the most yards.
Yards. He seems kind of like this big play guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like from the clips, from the inside, kind of talk about Star Thomas is that when he touches the ball, it's a play. It's not like, all right, here's 3.
Yeah.
Like that's what I feel. You know, D Bish and them, they're gonna break off. They're gonna get some of them runs because Deshaun Bishop's on a completely different level as far as mentality. From his media appearance earlier this week, you can tell that the dude is just excited and ready to play. He's more confident in his frame at 215 now and didn't lose any speed. Peyton Lewis at 215 didn't lose any speed. Star Thomas, the smaller of the 3. But you can tell that Darrell Sims is excited about all 3 of his guys, and even Justin Baker, who may not see a ton of the field at all this year. So
I can see us on top of Joey too. It's kind of hard to believe that we don't have 300 rushing yards.
Yeah, because I mean, who's saying Joey don't go get you 30, 35?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, he is playing for a spot in the NFL this year. You think he ain't going to try to go get some film? He's got a lot of it at App State, but now you're going to get it in a well-developed, kind of well-oiled machine, if you will, but also a national. I mean, I hesitate to say this, but a national powerhouse like Tennessee is what was and should still be. It's a blue blood school for football. Like when you think of people who were great, who have tradition, rich tradition, and players that have been in the NFL, you think Tennessee's in that conversation. And so now he's the starting quarterback there. Jeff in the chat from Church Disrupted says, I think Bishop leads carries, Star Thomas leads in yards, but Peyton Lewis may end up getting more scores. See, Dylan is probably on that wavelength because Dylan thinks Peyton Lewis is going to be the touchdown merchant like Dylan Sampson was in 2023.
I can see that.
I can see it.
Bishop. I can see Bishop getting the carries, but the only reason I said Star for yards is because of how big of a receiving threat he is.
Yeah.
I feel like if you send him out on a little leak route late, he's going to catch it and get you 30. But
it's almost like and it's not legit, people, so do not hear what I'm not saying. But Star Thomas gives you kind of that D Samp vibe. Like when D Samp was who he was in 2023, like he caught a lot of balls out of the backfield. He made a lot of those like bigger splash plays, but Jabari and Jay Wright, where you're like, let's feed. You know what I mean? And so it's like, personally, y'all, I like the by committee more than what we did last year, because with Dylan Sampson, great player, great guy, enjoyed getting to meet with him. Like, dude is a dope kid. But we killed you last year, bro. And I'm sorry. We had to, because we had an incompetent quarterback who couldn't make the throws. So we had to feed you. You got hurt multiple times and kept playing. There was no reason you should have came back in against Mississippi State. Why were we struggling against Mississippi State when you got hurt? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of the hits, all of the yards, all of the carries is why you couldn't play in the playoff. And we're sorry, because we had an incompetent quarterback who couldn't get the job done to help you out. Because at the same time, the honest truth is we had to feed Dylan Sampson. We couldn't feed D Bish that way last year. We could not feed Peyton Lewis that way. Like, D Samp was that guy. And the beauty of by committee is now all of those guys got to see that guy last year do what he did. You know they hungry. Brent Rains in the chat. Yo, straight up fam, what's happening? Brent, he said, I'm late today. It's okay. I mean, I'd rather you be late than not show up like my boy Turner. You know what I mean? I'm just messing, y'all. Turner be on tomorrow, man. Me and Turner gonna knock one out tomorrow. But
here's something I want to say too, real quick, while you're talking about quarterbacks, because you mentioned it earlier, how many times Joey has had to throw for so many pass attempts in a game. So I got a little curious, followed my little ADHD rabbit hole over here. Over the past 2 years at Appalachian State, over 25 games, he has only thrown under 30 attempts 7 times across 25 games. And here's why I'm bringing this up. Of those games where he threw for less than 30 attempts, he threw 3 interceptions over the past 2 seasons.
Tells you a lot.
So obviously, as he's throwing 40 attempts in a game, like, his arm's getting tired. So yeah, some of those are going to get picked off. But with what we have and can balance it, the interceptions I feel like are going to be way down.
That right there is hella interesting, because that makes way more sense. The fact that in the games where he threw 30 or less, he only threw 3 picks, which means the offense was at its most efficient point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't see Joey throwing over.
I'm giving him 7 this year.
I was going to say how many attempts on Saturday. It's hard for me to think that he throws over 20. Like, Nico threw like 18 attempts first game last year.
It was UTC though.
True.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I could see, I can't give you a number. I can give you a range. I can see anywhere from 18 to like 24.
Yeah. It's like, even if we're playing like Bama, like, it's hard for us to get over that 25-30 mark. That never happens.
And you know why though? You do know why. It's because the splash plays prevent us from having to throw it 40 times a game. Mm-hmm. So, but the thing is, we haven't hit them. So we've just been running the pill. Right. So, like, go back and look at Hendon's numbers, bro. Hendon would be like 18 of 23 with 300 yards. Mm-hmm. Because the splash plays were hitting. We haven't been able to do that, right? Like, go back and look. If you go look, like, where's my head at right now? Joe Milton in 2023 against Vanderbilt, right? He went crazy, absolutely insane in this game, and it was because the splash plays were there. He was hitting every specific throw, anything he wanted, he had. And that's why he didn't have a high attempt number. We need that with Joey all year long. It's like if he completes 16 balls and 4 of them are shots, he could be at 275 right there.
For the record, in those 7 games, he threw 22 touchdowns.
That's nuts.
So,
I mean, just nasty. I mean, like, the way those numbers correlate are really wild. And Joe Milton against Vanderbilt went 22 of 33 for 383. 22 completions. That's it. For almost 400 yards. The splash plays are what makes Tennessee go. Nothing in the chat, blow it up, man. We're gonna go into one of my favorite segments that we do. Look at this. Jeff in the chat says that's wild stat C2. Thanks for digging that up. Hey, there's some brains in that big old head down there. You already know, man. We're gonna go like I can't spell. I said pump the pump, y'all. Did y'all see that?
pump it. My bad, Joe Button.
There we go. All right, pump the brakes or hit the gas. This is what we do typically on Fridays, but we're moving it to Wednesdays to kind of break it up, man, and bring some more community and kind of just conversation to the show. And so we've got a list of a few questions. We won't hit them all because we do have a nice list of college football pick-ems to pick here in about 10 minutes or so. But y'all, for everybody, let's start. I'm just going to go with the way the screen looks. Sale, then Dylan, then C2. We'll flow through all of these together. So pump the gas, hit the brakes. I have two separate kind of things. This is Tennessee focused, and then we're going to go Syracuse focused, and then we're going to go with kind of big picture kind of focused for pump the gas, hit the brakes. All right. So pump the gas or pump the brakes or hit the gas. Tennessee's defensive front will completely shut down Syracuse's rushing attack.
Gas. For sure. They don't get they under 100 yards Saturday.
All the gas. Like
all of it. I'm here for it too. I don't see a world where Syracuse has and here's what I think. If they do get 100 yards, it's late in the game when we've called the dogs out. Right? Like it's a big like 20-yard run or something. But even then, like our twos are better than their ones. So who knows? Pump the gas, hit the brakes. I love this one. Joey Aguilar doesn't need to throw for 200 yards. Just protect the ball and Tennessee will win big.
Gas.
I agree. It's just like what we talked about all night, right? Like make it happen, Joey, but don't press, right? Like I've said that, dude, me and Sal talked about this months ago. Heupel is about to make Joey's life so easy, but Joey has to want it to be easy. And I think he does. I think he understands like it's such a simple yet complex offense, but he's played in so many offenses since coming to college and JUCO ranks. So I'm going to hit the gas as well. Pump the gas, hit the brakes. Tennessee's wide receivers will dominate Syracuse defensive backs from start to finish.
Brakes.
I'm going to say brakes from a stats perspective because I don't think we're going to have to throw the ball that much. But I think when we do throw the ball, they'll be wide open.
Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm hitting the gas on that. I know everybody's seen the reports of Syracuse DBs getting beat over the top in camp.
Yeah.
It ain't finna change now. Dial it up. Go deep, Braylon. Let's go.
Let's get it. Pump the brakes or hit the gas. The Vols offensive line is the biggest key to winning this game.
Brakes.
I'm pumping the brakes as well. While it is a big component, they can be okay and we still rush for 175.
I don't think they're going to get tested. Sorry, Sal, go ahead.
Well, kind of like what you just said, though. I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised by our O-line, though, when we do our day after on Sunday.
I think so too. I think it's one of the best portions about this team this year, actually. Mm-hmm. It gives me so much confidence with a guy that played in the college football playoff, a guy that's played over 270 snaps. And no. Yeah, it was way more than 270 snaps and gave up 0 sacks in Wendell Moe. Like I'm pumping the brakes because I don't think the O-line has to be great. It's got to be good, but it's not going to be the key to making us win the game to me. Pump the brakes or hit the gas. Tennessee's special teams will play a big role.
I can see us getting a turnover, but breaks.
I'm gonna hit the gas on it because I feel like Jackson Ross, as much of a weapon as he is, he can pin them.
Hey. We ain't punting.
I'm talking
We
about
scoring.
kickoff, bro.
Jackson Ross don't kick off. That's Turbyville.
Well, yeah. That's true.
Hey, man.
That's true.
I love
Hey,
Jackson.
fourth quarter, late, Jake might get in. We might have to punt once. He can pin him deep. We can get a safety off of him. That's all I'm proposing here.
Respect. I respect it, deal. I respect it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the gas because I think they're gonna have to punt so often that our punt, like, we're gonna get to see multiple punt returners because we're gonna have to like rest guys from punt returning so often.
Okay. This is more Syracuse specific focus for us. So Syracuse's defense, pump the brakes or hit the gas. Syracuse defense has enough to keep this game competitive in the fourth quarter.
I'm not just hitting the brakes. I'm hitting the e-brake. I'm putting it in park, bro.
They see
me
rolling.
I'm bailing out of the car on that one. Like,
he said, I'm pulling up the e-brake, bro. You know, the new cars got the automatic, so when you put it in park, the e-brake pull up for you, bro. That's what he doing. He said, I'm parking and it's pulling up for me. Pump the brakes or hit the gas. Syracuse quarterback Steve Angeli can exploit Tennessee's secondary.
Breaks. Won't have time to.
with what?
I'm somewhere in the middle, boys. I don't not think that the kid isn't good, but it told me everything when Hypo passed on him. If Hypo passes on you in the portal, something about your game ain't right.
No. I will say that I think that he can find a weak spot if he has the mobility, because that has seemed to be our kryptonite in the past. Taylor Green ran like Mike Vick on us, and he was able to just get out of the pocket and extend plays long enough to where he could find the guy open. If Angeli can do that, he might have something, but other than that, he doesn't have a chance.
Dylan, this was for you. He said if Dylan starts talking about us, and he meant to say punting a bunch again, mute that guy.
I just
one play in the fourth quarter.
Look, like, he might expose our linebackers once or twice because we know they like to throw short anyway, and our linebackers aren't the best in coverage.
That's the thing about Syracuse too, y'all. Like, and I know I didn't talk about this much. We talked about it a little bit on Monday, and I'm gonna let you finish, C2. Like, Syracuse is not like last year, even like the big play for them is when the receiver catches it 10 yards and makes it a big play. Like, they are going to dink and dime because they do not have enough time for a route to develop downfield. So,
yeah, that's the thing. And the reason they were successful last year, something that I feel like gets passed over way too often, is that Kyle McCord just most of the time put them on his back and like carried them in games. Like, unless this kid is Kyle McCord again, I just don't see it happening at all.
The hard part about that, man, is Kyle McCord started for Ohio State the year before. Angeli has never been a starter. You can't compare the two.
And he couldn't beat out some pretty average guys at Notre Dame for the job.
Riley Leonard was average, y'all. I'm telling you, bro. He did not take that team to the playoff. Jeremiah Love didn't even take that team to the playoff. The defense took that team to the playoff, bro. They were so electric defensively last year. That's what took Notre Dame to the playoff. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you couldn't win that job, and you know, it is what it is. So Just a couple more here, boys. This is still the last one, Syracuse focused, but says that the Orange have the skill players to put pressure on the Tennessee defense. Pump the brakes or hit the gas. I'm going to hit the gas.
I hate gas.
I'm hitting the brakes.
No, brakes.
I think they got some weapons, but I think ours are better.
That again, it comes down to they may have weapons, but they're not going to have time to use them. And part of that is their offensive line. Part of it is the fact that they're not going to have a running game. We talked about their running back that they have starting, how he had like 130 yards last year, and 80 of those came against Holy Cross and someone slightly better. Like, there's no way that running back and that offensive line going up against our defensive front. Like, I don't think we're going to have to stack the box at all game. So they, in one-on-one coverage, they may have the guys who could pressure us some, but they're not going to be in one-on-one coverage.
Yeah, to piggyback off that, they don't have the receivers either. They lost their number one receiver, and they replaced him with a five-star bust in Jonte Cook. But I feel like we can bracket him off. We faced fast receivers last year. We didn't have any issues with him. Ryan Williams, he had all the talk in the world. Jamal McCoy put him in a body bag that whole game. I feel like Colton Hood can do the exact same thing.
You're going to see Colton Hood like this all day. Strapped. Last couple, pump the brakes, hit the gas. This game will be, not could be, will be closer than the Vegas spread. Brakes. Not close. I'm glad we're on the same page, fellas. Last one that I have, and then we got just two more from our own submissions. Tennessee needs a statement win to prove that they are a real playoff contender.
Brakes.
Not against this team.
Okay. All right.
Just get the dub.
Okay. Hit the gas. Pump the sorry. Oh, your boy out here, y'all. You know, granddaddy getting there sleepy. Pump the brakes or hit the gas, man. 3 different players have a receiving touchdown.
Brakes.
I'm gonna say gas.
Just because it was your question.
No, I mean, yeah, it was my question, but I think gas. I just don't think all 3 are going to be receivers.
No, I'm right there with him. I think Kitselman gets one. I think 2 receivers gets one.
Oh, see, I thought it was going to be a tight end, running back, wide receiver.
You think a running back's going to get a receiving touchdown? Wowzers. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I got 2 passing TDs. I agree with Kisselman. Wide receiver, your choice. And I got 3 rushing tuds. I got Joey running one in. And then to each his own for the 3-headed snake can split the 2 against the rest.
So we only scoring 35 points.
If we get more, then I guess you can count for passing. But I think majority are going to be run touchdowns.
I like it. I would like to score about 42. That would make me feel really nice. If you get to 50, it's just a plus at this point, because I don't even remember what it's like for Tennessee to score 50. So, it's been a little minute. All right, boys. Look, man, let's dive into our college football pick'ems. This is a loaded list, y'all. We went through the entire top 25. Diesel 80 in the chat says Nico had 19 touchdowns last year. That is the lowest ever by a hypo quarterback. Joey is better than Nico.
One last thing on the Syracuse game, we're talking about specifically them. They have 1 player on their starting offensive line. So one of their ones is a 4-star. The rest are 3 stars.
That 4-star is a true freshman.
Yeah. Watching my guy Bull over at the Blue Chip breakdown. He broke this game down and basically broke it down by blue chip players. I talked a little bit about this on Monday, Sale, but I wanted you to understand what he is calling a blue chip is every guy that's 3 stars or higher, right?
Mm-hmm. I heard it back on it.
Tennessee got 50 blue chip players, and Syracuse has 14.
Mm-hmm.
The equivalent to that in an SEC team is Vanderbilt.
Straps.
What would I say? Strapped. We strapping. It's time to get it. All right, boys, we're going to go from top to bottom, meaning the highest ranked or the lowest ranked of the top 25. So we're going to start at 25 and kind of just go through there. So Boise State obviously is playing USF tomorrow night. Who we got? I'm going to do the same thing. Sale, Dill, and then C2.
Is that at UCF?
It is at USF.
Let's go with USF.
I'm taking Golish as well.
Yep, and riding Golish.
I just don't think Boise State is good. I didn't think they were good last year, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a one-player team last year.
We're going to skip our game and come back to it. Texas Tech at Arkansas Pine Bluff. We should definitely be taking Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Iowa State at South Dakota. Now, South Dakota has won the Division II FCS National Championship years among years. And Iowa State's coming off of a win in Dublin against Kansas State. What y'all got?
It might be sloppy at the beginning, but I'll go Iowa State.
I'm taking Iowa State.
I think it's closer than they want, but I think they've just got better players.
Ole Miss and Georgia State.
Ole Miss.
Indiana.
It would make me the happiest man on earth to see Lane Kiffin lose to Georgia State, but it's going to be Ole Miss.
Jeff in the chat says, we are in the blue chip ratio. Syracuse is in the potato chip ratio. We ain't the same. You know, they were talking about, so I told y'all earlier, they were talking about like Tennessee is the big orange. Like, why are we arguing over who the orange emoji is for? Right. And somebody was like, you know, what's the little oranges in the store called?
Cuties.
Cuties. He said they the Syracuse Cuties.
Their mascot's the orange, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What are they, the Orange Men?
No, they were the Orange Men. Now they're just the orange.
Here's the thing, too, about that whole burnt orange thing. You know how on that RGB breakdown, the higher you go, the brighter the color is, right?
Yep.
Their orange is darker than ours. So how are you going to say that we're the burnt orange? You have the darker orange. You weirdos.
Stupid. Indiana versus Old Dominion. ODU gave South Carolina a run for their money last year, and South Carolina is much better than Indiana.
Yeah.
I'm going Indiana.
This is one of my wild card picks. I'm going to go with Old Dominion.
I'm riding with Indiana.
Oh, Texas A&M and UTSA.
Come on now.
Diesel 80 in the chat says UTSA over Texas A&M could happen.
It could happen, but it ain't Texas A&M.
Yeah, Texas A&M's going to win that game.
You got Oklahoma and Illinois State. We're all going OU there, I'm assuming. Kansas State, who just took a loss to Iowa State. They have North Dakota back home.
Oh, I'm taking North Dakota.
Yeah. Ooh, no, I'm taking Kansas State.
Kansas State. I think they're going to be pissed after losing to Iowa State.
Wait. North Dakota is where Carson Wentz went, right?
Yes.
Nah, give me North Dakota.
Ooh, he taking an upset, dude. So you're now saying that Kansas State is this year's Florida State?
Yep.
Isn't NDSU D2?
Nah, they're D1.
Well,
they're not
D1 AA.
D1 AA, yeah.
But this isn't NDSU. This is just Indy.
No, this is
why.
This ain't
Which
North
is
Dakota
why I went
State.
Kansas State. No.
Oh, okay.
If it was North Dakota State, I'd be going North Dakota State all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. My fault. All right, I'll take KSU.
SMU, and I didn't even know this was a school. East Texas A&M. Where are they finding these schools to play?
Just throwing away money.
Bro, what? And then how is Florida versus Long Island? What?
Yeah, I don't know how they found them.
What? I'm glad that we're going to non-conference games.
I'll tell you exactly what Florida did. Florida went online and Googled schools with college football teams least likely to injure Lagway. And that's what they scheduled for week 1.
And that's funny because that would be the game he get injured in against some soft boys. Look, Matt says, we'll sell. Good to see you.
Good to be back.
Number 14, Michigan versus New Mexico.
I think it's close to Michigan.
Yeah, same. Michigan pulls it out.
Arizona State versus Northern Arizona.
Arizona State.
Arizona State.
Yeah, I'm taking Arizona State. And here we go. Number 8, Alabama at Florida State.
Do you want me to
Alabama.
first, Brock? Alabama.
It's Bama.
I'm going Florida State.
You are crazy.
I'm going Florida State. Dude, there's nothing in my body. If they were playing Ravenwood, I would pick Ravenwood.
Hey, that's a good idea. Church just disrupted. Next week, we should pick these nobody games against the spread.
Yeah, we should. Let's see. Oregon and Montana State.
Oregon.
Oh, man. Oh, look who is back. That boy Adrian dropping a 20 spot. Says, what's good, everyone? Just got home from work. How y'all doing, Tennessee family? We already know Adrian going to have a crazy question before we wrap up tonight.
Yeah.
Crazy score prediction.
Yeah, Georgia versus Marshall.
Georgia. And it'll be like 24-10 to watch it.
Yep.
Look,
Yeah, it's gonna be
Marshall lost
ugly.
their best defensive player to Syracuse, so
Yeah, that's right. He's going to
Win the game.
dominate. I forgot about him. He's going to freaking dominate, dude. Penn State and Nevada.
Penn State.
Penn State.
Penn State.
Texas and Ohio State.
Didn't we skip one? What about 9-4?
What about who?
Clemson.
Oh,
LSU.
yeah. Clemson and LSU.
I got Clemson.
LSU. I
got-
have zero faith in Clemson.
I'm taking here's the problem.
I have
Here's the
zero
problem.
faith in Brian Kelly.
Here's the problem. Brian Kelly has not won a game one since he's been at LSU. He's 0-3.
Where's it at?
It's at Clemson.
Oh yeah, Clemson.
But here's why I'm picking LSU. He also hasn't had this type of roster since he's been there. This is Barryon Brown, Nick Anderson. Yeah, like that offense is going to be something crazy. And so if and only if it clicks, I got to go LSU just based off of talent, because Clemson literally hasn't got one player in the portal.
Because their coach is against it, which
Yeah.
I can respect on a certain level. But the only reason they're ranked as high as they are is to prop up the ACC in the poll.
Easy. Texas and Ohio State, boys.
I got Ohio State.
I got Ohio State by at least 14.
Ooh,
Yeah.
by at least.
Yeah. For a few reasons. One, I think it is wild that Texas is ranked above Ohio State when Ohio State won the national championship in the fashion that Ohio State won the national championship. And two, I think that's going to lead to Ohio State feeling extremely disrespected. And three, Arch Manning hasn't played a full game against this type of competition yet. I think he is going to be great, but I think this game is rough for him.
Yeah, I got a feeling there's going to be people on the internet calling Arch Manning a bust after this week. I got Ohio State.
The hype is crazy for Arch.
I am appalled. I'm not on the hype train with Arch, but have y'all seen Texas defense? I'm just making sure that y'all seen the same defense that I've seen.
Did you see what
Did you see
Ohio
Ohio
State did
State?
to the best defenses last year, and they didn't lose any of the reasons that they did that?
Yeah. Oh, they lost a whole lot of the reasons that they did that.
They lost the QB.
They lost the quarterback. They lost Emeka Ibuka. They lost a ton of production from the offense last year. They are starting a freshman quarterback, and there has never been a freshman quarterback start at another school. They are currently 0-18 in their first starts against a top 5 team.
in my opinion, their QB last year is not the reason they did as good as they did.
But dude, while I understand what you're saying for the entirety of the season, Will Howard did his thing in the playoff.
Great game manager.
He was a
good game manager. Yeah,
he did his thing in the playoff, and I gotta put respect on him because I don't think he's a great quarterback, but I think that when he had to play well, he played well.
To that argument, though, we can all agree that the receivers did all the dirty work in that.
Yeah,
and they still got Cornell Tate. They still got Jeremiah Smith. I'm sure they got 5 more kids that we've never heard of that are going to get drafted in the first round in the next couple of years.
G. Scott gone. Emeka Ibuka, who was the best route receiver in Ohio State history, he gone.
Yeah, but teams like Ohio State, they don't rebuild, they reload.
You can say the same about Texas.
True. I think Ohio State's got the edge on
them. Over the past 10 years, can you?
Can you say that? Can you say that about? Okay, so can you say that about Ohio State over the last 10 years?
Yes. Not as good as they are. Not as good as they are now.
They haven't won a natty since 2014.
When was other than this year? Texas won a natty.
Still a powerhouse. Like, don't let the Michigan games fool you, though. Like, you still got to respect them.
I do respect Ohio State. I just hate Ohio State because half of their fans don't even live there.
I hate Ohio State, but they're winning this game.
I got Texas because I just think Anthony Hill Jr., Collinson, I think the defense, bro. And I think that stat with freshman quarterbacks playing against a top 5 team being 0-18.
So since you're the only one picking Texas, can you give us a score?
Yeah, I think it's close. I think it's a 1-score game probably. I don't have a number in my head. I think they probably get, I don't know, let's say 27-24 Texas.
Okay.
Something like that. And if I come back up here on Sunday and all y'all is sick, we're gonna have some conversations. And I'm just gonna be like this the whole show. I ain't even gonna lead the show. Somebody else gonna have to be like this.
Wait, who's South Carolina playing this weekend? They got a good one, don't they?
Those are my last 2. Yep, South Carolina and Virginia Tech.
I'm gonna go South Carolina.
Same.
By double, 2-possession game.
Yeah, I think it's close, but South Carolina.
Look, man, the chat was blowing up. I couldn't even get to the chat. Don't forget Ohio State's quarterback is making his first start too. Big spot for your first start ever. Also says Brent Rain said Ohio State wins 52-28. Dang, that's crazy. And Jeff says Ohio State usually starts seasons slow. They do. They're Texas like Georgia.
But they normally don't play nobody. They play like, I don't know, who's a Citadel or something.
New Mexico State. Yeah, they ain't playing nobody.
I remember last year Texas was struggling with Vanderbilt.
Yeah, but in their defense, really everybody struggled with Vanderbilt.
Yeah, we did. Here's the thing with Texas at home, and any Texas fans out there that might be listening, please feel free to change this. But I've been to multiple games at your stadium. Y'all are loud after teams break the huddle. They've already communicated everything they need to communicate, and then you start being loud like that. It doesn't make any sense. So yes, I understand it's a freshman quarterback in a big away game. But
no. It's not an away game. It's at Ohio State.
Oh, that's even better. That's even then never mind. I don't even know why we're still talking about this because Ohio State stays loud the whole time. Arch is going to be deaf.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. They don't. When Tennessee got that, okay, I was
when
at
the game was over.
No. Let's go back real quick. The very first drive when Bryson Eason got the sack, but he got the face mask, but we didn't see the flag. That place was, I mean, you could hear a cricket. All you could hear was Tennessee fans. And then when they overturned it and scored on that drive, that was when it was loud. But that was it. It was not loud at all, really, ever. I mean, and I'm comparing it to Neyland Stadium. So
you can't gauge that when they're on offense. How was kickoff in their opening defensive possession?
It really. I'm comparing it to Neyland. Like it really was not that loud.
Okay.
I would also say, though, that they feel disrespected about the rankings going into this game. It's going to be a very different environment than first round of the playoffs.
And Jeff was there. Jeff was there. He said they were quiet and on pins and needles early on when we were there. It was not loud, bro. Like they didn't really even get turned up until it was up like 21-0. That's when they started throwing beers on us and like they were just wilding, bro. It was trippy.
I just think it's going to be different.
I hope. Listen, good thing neither one of them my team, because here's my team: Tennessee and Syracuse, 12 o'clock kickoff. They're in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Fellas, since none of you guys will be on the show Friday, I want your score prediction and your pick for this game.
All right, so I got Joey Aguilar throwing 19 for 24 for 185 with 2 tutties. I got the running back room going for 250 with 2 touchdowns. So where am I at? That's 21 right there. Give Joey 128. Matt Kilson says he's going to get 1. That's 35. Let me get a field goal 38. I'm going to go 38-13, but it's a 1-possession game going in at halftime.
I like it.
I ain't gonna give you a whole.
You're doing whole stat lines. I'm gonna say I'm actually going up a little bit in my score prediction from earlier this week. I still think Syracuse probably gets about 9. I don't think they score a touchdown on us, so I'm gonna say it's like 42-9. I think we get a couple field goals after we put in all the like second string on offense.
Okay, deal.
Yeah, I'm same as Monday. It's gonna be 42-10. I mean, don't play with your food. That's the biggest thing here. Don't get cute. Take care of the football. We're gonna be fine.
I will not be giving you my prediction because I will give you my final score prediction on the One More Day episode on Friday. But Adrian in the chat said bold prediction: Star Thomas and Bishop will both score a rushing touchdown and will both have 100 yards. Man. Wow. Yeah, where's Peyton Lewis in that conversation? All right, here's what everybody in the chat is saying. Adrian says Tennessee wins 35-20. Tennessee Junior 38-13. Sale and Tennessee Junior on the same wavelength right here. 38-13. Brent Raines on the same wavelength as Dylan. 42-10. Boys, I think, I don't know. Look, it says don't play with those off-brand cutie oranges. Oh, y'all, man, what a night it's been. It's been fun hanging with the boys, y'all. I cannot believe football season is here. Just 3 more days until we kick off in Atlanta. We got the One More Day episode for you on Friday morning. Be looking out Friday morning as early as you want to. It will be posted. Me and Turner are doing the first One More Day of the year. Gonna be amazing. What?
Look at that. Look at what was just put in the chat from
Kong. 2 cornerback pick sixes, 66-6. Good God. Okay,
hey, we're talking about Joey and the Heisman and that.
Yeah,
I know Turner brought it up Monday, but Joey's in the Heisman conversation if that happens.
Half the team's in the Heisman. We win 66.
Jamar McCoy didn't even play, and he's in the Heisman race. So it's going to be a fun weekend, though, boys. We've got the One More Day on Friday morning. So whenever you open your eyes, go to YouTube, get into that video. It's going to be amazing. We're going to pre-record that thing for you guys. And then on Sunday evening, trying to figure out a good time right now. We'll figure that out as we get there. But Sunday evening, typically probably somewhere between 6 and 7 p.m., we will get on for the next day show. And then we're back at it on Monday for the Who is ETSU? Ugh, that don't even sound fun, but whatever. We'll scout them. Church Rep, shout out to you, Jeff. Great show, fellas. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Y'all boys got anything, man, before we wrap?
Go Vols.
Go Vols. Go Vols. Hey, for Sale, for Dylan, for C2, it's your boy Ruck in the building, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, and join the channel. We'll see you on Friday morning for the One More Day. And can you believe when that video drops, it's legitimately one more day. until Tennessee plays football. I can't wait, boys. It's going to be a blast. We'll see you guys back live on Sunday night, but catch that video on Friday morning for the one more day. You already know what it is, man. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. We'll see you on Friday.